Welcome back to the second episode of Infinite's Gauntlet. We're gonna be doing this more often for those that don't know. So happy for those of you that returned. How y'all boys feeling? Co-hosts Bodman and Cloud Zero.
How we doing?
Sir. How we doing? Happy 2026 to everybody out there.
Happy New Year. Good. Happy holidays. What's going on? How was your New Year's? How was your holidays, man? What's going on?
Yeah, it was good, man. We got some hot topics to talk about today. First one I want to get into. 6ix9ine, one of my favorite people on the internet.
Shout out my boy.
Recently got sent back to prison for 3 months for a violation of parole. So let's run that clip for those that didn't see it. So he's going back to prison, guys.
Again.
First things first. Do we think 6ix9ine can be as influential as he was before? Is he still as influential as he was in the past? And secondly, do we think he makes it the 3 months? What do we think about this?
Yeah, 100,000%. He's gonna come back. There's a lot of people right now that's waiting for him to come back already. And then I'm not sure if you guys saw, but he was on stream with Aiden, and they were just celebrating his last hours before him going to jail. And his buzz is crazy. He's such a influencer, and I think when he gets out, he's just gonna be back on his same bullshit and just keep he's gonna keep doing what 6ix9ine does. He won't stand down.
My boy 6ix9ine walks shit down. You know what I'm saying? Like I just think 6ix9ine has
is that the most famous catchphrase right now for
for 2025, 2026,
for 2025 going into 2026?
I would say right now
I stole that shit.
Nah, I stole that shit.
Stole that shit.
Yeah,
I just heard this for the first time.
What? Really? Nah, yeah, it was like I think it was the same clip when they asked him, Vlad asked him like, "Do you still Gumbo from Trippie Redd?" And he was like, "I stole that shit." He's I stole that shit. Hold on,
you're right. I did see that.
It's a clip.
I did see that.
Yeah. So that he's been on a run, a little generational run. He's probably the only rat that's been able to like come back and still be in the limelight.
Why are we calling him a rat?
That's what everyone else calls him. All the little Dirk stands, you know what I'm saying? King Von stands, you know what I'm saying? 100%.
Or Young Thug.
100%. All of them are rat. Everyone in the industry is a rat. Like everyone's an informant. Like it's like Lil Durk.
But are you listening to their music?
Lil Durk eats bacon, ladies and gentlemen. Like what?
He's getting cooked right now.
So what do you think about 6ix9ine? Do you think he makes it the 3 months?
I think 3 months. In 3 months, he comes back out bigger than ever. I think he's gonna start transitioning towards the streamer route instead of like the rapper. Like, he'll still be like rapping, making music, obviously, but he'll probably be more like the producer, how he did it for Cuff 'Em on the thing with the new song he did with Aiden and them. Yeah, the bacon thing. I just think right now 6ix9ine has shown that it doesn't really matter anymore in the music industry because he's proven so many people wrong that had standing on business and all this other shit. Like, hey, now these are the morals that we live by in the music industry, and he's like, yeah, you guys are all liars. So,
I think calling him a rat is crazy. That's the first thing.
Agree.
So I'm not even gonna say that. I think he's still. I don't know if he could get back to most influential because he has a lot of people to like battle out with that, like a Speed or a Kai Cenat. People who have not necessarily taken the traditional route. Like I'm talking like those two. I think for the most part, I'm not gonna say Speed, but Kai for the most part has been free of like crashing out and doing crazy things. I know Speed's started off early on like crashing out, doing things. But 6ix9ine really like created that traditional
rage bait,
crash out, drive the views crazy, and it worked. And it's a formula a lot of people follow.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna definitely continue to be one of the most influential. I think people are past the rat thing. I think the rat thing is kind of hard when it's somebody who's if they tried to kill me and we were cool and
kidnap me,
sleep with my baby mother. The whole 9 yards. I don't think I'd have any loyalty to them either, to be honest. But that's neither here nor there. I don't know if I want him to make it to 3 months because I want him out. I think he's good for the internet. Like I think he's very entertaining. Him, Luigi Mangione, and the president of Venezuela,
Maduro, and Diddy.
And Diddy
are there.
That's one hell of a basketball team.
Prison?
Yeah.
You didn't see his tweet before he went inside. He said, "We're gonna have one hell of a basketball team."
I mean,
that squad is crazy.
It's a certain level of quality content I think he provides that if you just need a laugh, he is good, and he keeps it real. He keeps it real. So I mean, I appreciate that about him.
You didn't see what he did to Trax NYC.
What did he do?
Well, remember, he bought a chain off of Trax. And he never paid Trax for the chain because he was like, fuck you, I'm not paying for that no more. So then Trax was tight, obviously. So then Trax was in a stream with Aiden Ross. And then he calls 6ix9ine on the phone because he thought he was in there. He's like, and he calls him. And he's like, yo, fuck you. I'm going to hit you, da-da-da, motherfucker, da-da-da. Aiden's like, I'm 6ix9ine. Hold on, let me talk. 6ix9ine's like, he said, I want to see how my fist feels on your face. That's what Track said to 6ix9ine. And 6ix9ine says, you want to see how my spit feels on your face?
Oh, because that was after.
Because the guy spit on him. So you want to.
Speaking of which,
yeah, let's.
So we think 6ix9ine makes it.
Hell yeah,
100%.
100%. We don't think he runs into any issues.
He's gonna have the best 3 months of his life in there.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll be all right. He'll make it out.
All right. Well, hopefully. But speaking of tracks, it does bring us to our second topic of the day. The most viral clip this past week, New Year's Eve. If you haven't seen it yet, Tracks NYC, one of the biggest jewelers in New York City. One of the most influential as well for a jeweler, I want to say. Got into a little bit of a beef. Let's run the clip.
You little bitch. You fucking bitch. Yo, don't fucking fuck out of here.
Crazy. So, motherfucker, that's like the new thing everybody's doing, like clips to it and stuff. Yeah, what did you guys make of Yuli? What'd you make of this clip when you seen it?
When I first saw it, I didn't think it was real because I don't know if you know, like the Diamond District has this little thing with it's like this content creation thing now. Benny, Moses, and all these people. So like a lot of people think it's fake. Like every week they're giving away a Rolex that's $60,000, $70,000. It's like yeah, sure you're giving it away. So like I thought it was fake at first, and then I'm seeing more and more like traction with it, where it's like people are doing more content like after they got arrested. Then I'm like, I saw him spit on him. I said once I saw the guy spit on him. What was it? AK Jewelers or Akai Jewelers?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's assault. I was like, all right, where's it going from here? Then they started choking him with his chain. I said, oh, they jumping him. I was like, oh. Because then they started the overhead clip, and then a few other content creators went to the actual spot after. I don't know if you know Stable Ronaldo. He went to the actual spot after they got like closed it down and everything. So he's like, this is where it happened. He reenacted it. Shit was mad funny. Insert clip here.
So from what I know, it's like they've been beefing with him for like years, like and it's already been like an underlying thing that like.
So what's the real beef?
I don't know. It's a little bit complicated, but they came in there. You have some.
Well, how this happened specifically with that situation with him and Akai Jeweler. So one of his customers went there to Akai, and then he was saying that I work with Tracks, and this is the jewelry, and then basically made him overpay for jewelry that wasn't even that price. And then he went to Tracks. He's like, yo, like I got ripped off, and that's what got him mad. He's like, nah, I'm not. I'm standing on business. Shout out to my guy standing on business, and he pulled up on him. And then you guys saw the video. They were about to fight and shit, and then he pulled up too afterwards, and then he like trashed the whole place. I don't know if you guys saw that. clip too.
I saw that.
He went there.
Wait, Tracks went back and trashed it?
Yeah.
I think he trashed it first.
Like
and
moving
then
everything.
saw him the next day. I don't know. It's
yeah, the
crazy.
clips. Yeah, but he did do that though. He was like, yo, I'm tired of
but
these guys.
he reimbursed. So that wasn't kind of what led up to it, but like what I was reading, what I was watching from the interview he recently did, that they've been beefing for years because like the guys came in there and bought in, and then they came downstairs, and it's like some big underlying thing, and they're right across from his booth. But basically, yeah, they scammed the guy and told him the gold was a certain quality of gold and diamonds and whatever it is. He basically gave the guy 21,000 back plus another 1,000. He gave him another 1,000 on top. Gave him 22,000 back, and now he's gonna get the money back from them. I think it's kind of crazy. The Diamond District has always been a little bit like, I think that's always been a lot of people's reservation when you go to the Diamond District. If you've ever been there, it's like hawks. It's like a bunch of hawks outside. You need jewelry. Everybody's trying to, make $1. And they make a ton of money there, but especially for people like me or you who don't know different quality of gold or diamonds and things like that, I think it can be very easy to get taken advantage of. So pretty cool to see somebody stand up for like the regular, everyday Joe, I guess.
Yeah, the
who
casual.
doesn't know? Casual person.
As a shop owner, though, how does that make you feel? Like, what would you do in a situation like that?
If I was the scammer?
If you were the Tracks, like say you found out later on someone like... You know
what's crazy? And this is actually perfect that you mentioned this, right? Recently, there has been somebody on eBay using a name similar to mine who's not me. They are not me, and selling autographs to people on like prints, like mainstream actors, that I've never met. I don't do any business with, and they're actually on eBay, and selling as me using my address. So I've told people before, you need to like, please, if you see them, it's
flag their
infinite.
account.
Yeah, flag their account. You try to get them removed. That's not us. We have no affiliation to them. How would I feel? I feel upset as is because I recently just found this out. But yeah, I think I would have been just as pissed as him. Do I know if I would have crashed out like he did? I don't know. I mean, I think it was a buildup though. And I think after a while, sometimes your emotions get the best of you. Yeah. I think he had enough. But I do think moving forward, they won't fuck with him.
Oh, yeah, we also 100%. Know Trax is a man of
crashing out.
Yeah.
Well, he said it too, how 2025 was like one of his best years. You know, everything was good.
Salute
and then
to
all
him.
of a sudden, like, boom,
all
this shit happened to him. He's like, nah, I'm tired of this shit. Like,
he's a showman, right? At the end of the day, like he sells jewelry, but at the same time, he's a content jewelry. So like mainly, I say jewelry seller, content creator, right? So like at the end of the day, like he probably saw his opportunity to make a moment. He did the moment and it went well for him. It went viral and people are defending him because he's in the right, of course.
I think the moment was a good moment.
100%.
I think it's one of those things. Bad publicity is good publicity.
Well, he didn't do anything wrong. Remember, he didn't attack anybody. He didn't spit on anybody.
I mean, he pulled up on him like that.
I mean, technically, you could get him for some property damage, I guess.
I mean, the most, like, you know, like, but he pays you what
he didn't assault nobody.
Exactly. Like, he gives you what, $2,000 for your showcase.
I don't think he cares about that. Yeah, he's got money. He doesn't care about it. But yeah, definitely just, you know, I think him standing on business for his client is the most important thing, and salute to him for that. I think
he's probably gonna get so much business now. Like the amount of business he's gonna get now. Like
he's doing a lot of interviews now. He's on stream doing, you know.
Yo, let's get you to fight box the other Infinite guy on eBay. Like that could
create.
You know?
I don't know who it is. Please flag them. You know, try to get their account taken down, or have them just fix their address because it's a different name. It's like Infinite something signatures and something, but it's not me. But they for some reason they have me as a return address.
That's insane.
I don't understand why.
Like, have you ever got anything from this return? Like someone sent something back to this guy?
That's how I found out. Because I was like, what the hell? Why am I getting this shit? I thought it was for me initially. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I threw it out. I'm like, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And then basically. So please report him, get him up out of there.
Well, you know you're doing good if someone's copying you though, right? Like
it's crazy. In other news, something I really wanted to talk on today, the One Piece card market is out of control. The One Piece card market, ladies and gentlemen, is reaching new levels. Unbeknownst to like even Pokemon. We had a big Pokemon rush last year. It lasted about a year, a little bit over a year. Pokemon market's kind of cooling off right now. One Piece market just started flying to the moon. I have a lot of opinions about this, and there's mixed feelings amongst collectors, amongst players, amongst different people in the community about where it's going, where it could possibly go, how it is right now. People, the big thing that I keep seeing that really, really strikes a nerve is like, oh, we don't want the Poke Bros, or we don't want the investment bros, or the hedge fund bros, or the sneaker bros. I wanted to get your opinion on the sneaker bros, investment bros, all the different bros jumping into, let's say, One Piece. What is your opinion on that and where the market is going and how the market's going up? Bodman, what's your opinion?
I think it's bad just because we know their intent. You know, they're jumping ship from what they're used to, hopping into the next hottest thing. And we already know for the average person that's they're actually collecting. They're not going to have a fair shot at getting their own cards, you know, and people are going to resell them. And then I think it's just really bad for the community. How about you, Yuli?
Well, I got another question for you. As a casual, someone who doesn't really collect cards like that, is it something? Does it discourage you to want to get into the hobby? Because someone that doesn't really know, like, let's say you buy a box that's like whatever amount, and you're like, damn, I didn't know this was a good box or not. Like, so how does that make you feel? Like coming into to a hobby like this fresh and not knowing anything.
Well, I think it hurts me because I'm vulnerable. I don't know what I'm getting into. I'm spending so much money, and I don't even know what I'm getting from it. And then having all these sneakerheads, the investment bros coming in, I think it's just gonna discourage some people like the casuals like myself from actually trying to get into it, and let alone the collectors actually, because the collectors are they're losing out because they're gonna have to pay more and more and more for a card that's not worth that much.
I'm gonna get to you in a second because you don't know. I got a lot of opinions. Yeah. So many opinions on this.
Here's my opinion.
What's your opinion on it?
Because I guess you can call me a casual.
Are you for the investment bros and everyone else who wants to jump into the...
Let me say this. I'd say for anything to flourish, you need all that, right? You need everybody there, right? You need the casuals, you need the collectors, you need the players. Like, for example, I just pulled you gave me a OPO 10, right? Or something. We pulled the $40 Kuma. It's a regular gold secret, right? And why is it $40? Because it's playable. So like you need that stuff. As players then want to start ripping, then collectors want to start ripping, and then you have people that, here's what I say. If you have something like One Piece and it ends up being something investable, why is that a bad thing, right? Why is it something like, granted, the scarcity of the product and the scarcity of the hits make it a little harder for the casual person, but not for nothing, bro. If I pull a manga that's worth $1,000, that feeling that I have as someone who I buy boxes, I collect that rip, whatever the case is. Like when I got that low, I was hyped, and I traded it to you, and now it's what, 20 something hundred, like, so like that spite. Now had I kept it, I would have had a $2,400 card I got for what, $600. Like I don't remember what I got it for at that. So I think it's a good thing, right? And I'm not saying that it's, as someone who's not going to be paying no $400 or $500 for a box.
Do you feel like you're getting priced out?
100%. Right? I'll get my boxes when I can, but at the same time, like, as someone who's just a regular, I wouldn't say 9 to 5, but a regular person that has regular income, a 25-year-old regular income, I wouldn't say I'll be able to buy OP9, OP5, or even the newer sets, whatever the case may be. So OP13 is at what, like $300, $400? So that's a rate. That
like almost $500 a box.
That's insane, crazy. Right? So like, I would say I definitely would risk me opening it because I like that thrill of like, hey, I might hit a red Luffy, I might hit a red Ace, I might hit this, whatever. So I'd risk it because that's the love of the game that I have for it as a real fan who wants to. I don't give a fuck whether it's 500. I'll save up. I'll get what I want because I want that. If it has no value, why do you want it? Because once the value would go away, no one fucking would want One Piece, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna need y'all to stay with me for this, just for a few. I got a question for both of you. Mm-hmm. What is the purpose of a house? Badman, what's the purpose of a house? It's a very simple answer. You don't got to think too deep. Mm-hmm. What's the purpose of a house?
To live in it.
Have your family there?
To live in it.
Yeah.
Right. We've been priced out pretty much of most of New York City, right? Mm-hmm. Investment bros, this is not the first time this shit has happened. This is life, ladies and gentlemen. For the card collectors, the TCG people, whoever it is, you better get with the program because this is life. This is the program of life. New York City, the housing market, we're priced out because people have invested. Because although we like to say the purpose of a house, the same way players like to say the purpose of TCG is to play the game, then there's the people who collect. Mm-hmm. There's the people who invest. And if it's worth investing into, anything in life that's worth investing into, people will start investing into it. Mm-hmm. So you got to get with the program and understand that the powers that be, the people with money, the people out there who have a ton of money, or even who have a little bit of money or some amount of money and see the value in TCG, are going to invest into it. This is something that no collector, old or new, can complain about. Not a single fucking collector. There's too many crybabies. You need to stop complaining. You need to stop crying. There's only one group that can actually have a beef. That would be the players. It's a big if your card that you need to play is egregiously priced now because of the boxes. If there is a cheaper alternative to that card, that's 25 cents, $1, whatever it may be.
In One Piece, there always is, though.
There's always a cheaper alternative, but it's these people who are like, oh, I want high rarity decks. Mm-hmm. Well, listen, if you want high rarity, you're going to have to pay for it because it's a high rarity because other people want it too. Mm-hmm. And whether it's the investment bros, the Poke bros, whatever bros you want to call it, if there's some money to be made, people will be there. That's why people invest into every other thing. If me and you, if us three said we're going to go to like, I don't know, let's say somewhere in Ohio, and we're like, hey, this community here looks like it might be growing. You know what? Let's invest. We start buying up properties, and now this community starts flourishing. Now the housing market goes up. There's gonna be the people who are there like, oh, I've believed in Ohio since the beginning. I am an Ohio native, and these developers come in here and do this and do that. Well, brother, not for nothing. For the people who feel this way about One Piece, for the last year, you could have gotten boxes for dirt cheap. You could have gotten boxes for under MSRP.
But you choose now to get it.
Now that there's some hype, it makes you want to buy it a little bit more. And now that the hype is there, which caused you to want to buy it more, now you complain about the prices. We got to just stop doing this as a whole. There's a market for a reason. if people are investing into it, you have to accept it as such. To sit there and say, oh, well, the purpose of cards is to play. That's like me saying the purpose of a house is to live in it.
Yeah.
But it's an investment. So for the people just getting into it, I'm sorry, you're probably going to get priced out. And it's just kind of how it is. I'm not ripping boxes no more. Boxes have gotten expensive. But for the people who do want to rip, they might still choose to take that option of ripping. For the rest of us, we might just buy singles. You don't have to buy the boxes. You can buy the singles. You're a player. Go buy the cheap card that you can play. It has the same exact effect. Why are you insisting on high rarity? You can't have your cake and eat it too, right? So if you wanted the high rarity, you should have gotten it before. If it's a new card and a newer set, now that things are booming, obviously you won't be able to attain the high rarity unless you pay that price. But that's because there's been a market set. People are investing. People are not going to invest into something they don't see the value in, right? Sure. The hedge fund bros, the Poke bros, if they're seeing value in this, then that's a good thing. The other side to that is that you got people who have been collecting One Piece. Are they going to complain about their mangas being 2-3 times the value?
100%.
Are they going to complain about their SPs being $500 each?
No.
Nope.
No, they're going to sell and be happy that they made a lot of money.
Investing in something they had believed in.
They already invested early.
Yeah,
You'd be happy,
I'll be
right?
happy, yeah.
You'd be like, oh, shit, this shit is now like $500 now. They're not going to complain there. But about getting new product, they'll probably complain about.
Yeah, 100%.
So for me, it's like anytime there's something worth investing into, there's going to be people with money that come. This is just what it is. I think this is the God's honest truth. What is like the hottest product that everybody needs every single day of their life? I'm not even gonna say product. It's a fucking natural resource. It's water.
I was thinking like
Water.
water. I was like,
Water's free. Is water not free?
No,
Is water? Well, we gotta buy water, right?
Yeah.
A free resource gets scalped, right? According to them, scalpers. Oh, the scalpers, bro. I mean, technically. This is the most important thing people need, right? It just happens to be a never-ending like resource of water, right? But we're still paying $2 or $1.50 on something that's free. It just gets purified, quote unquote, right? So anytime somebody can make money, they're gonna make money. That's just a natural.
We're a capitalist country.
We're a capitalist
that's
country.
Just the world,
that's just the way it is. If you
it
wanted everybody, which is another thing that I can't stand. Like even with the skits we do, when we poke fun. Some people take it far too serious, right? Like,
100%.
We poke fun, we exaggerate. So, like, we recently did a One Piece video on the market, and somebody's like, "I hope you catch a malignant tumor."
I saw that comment. That was crazy.
I hope this guy dies. I hope he goes out of business. All this shit, right? By the people who are really, 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 for one, have no humor and don't understand. We're poking fun. Yes, the market's going up, crazy. But we're poking fun at it, like changing every second, every minute, right? There's like a moral high ground they expect from people, from stores. And then it's like when we get down to fuck the subjectiveness, like let's get all subjectiveness out the way. If you guys took an IQ test today, let's just say, right? And on this IQ test, it said
97.
Look, on the IQ test, it said you each possess a $5,000 card. How much will you sell it for? And the first option is $1. The second option is $2,500. The third option is $5,000, and the fourth option $7,500. What would be your answers about what number you will sell your $5,000 card for?
5,000.
5,000.
Yeah, 5,000.
Why? Because if it's worth 5,000,
I'm gonna sell it for 5,000.
I'm gonna sell it for 5,000.
Right.
That is free of every single bias. That is free of subjectiveness. That is very logical. It's worth 5,000. I'm going to sell it for 5,000.
Right.
You know how you can fail this IQ test? Like how you could fail that question, how you could lose points for something so logical? By sitting there and saying something's worth 5,000, I want to sell it for 2,500.
Like, why would you though?
Why would you? There is no objective truth. There's no objectiveness when people say, oh, stores are scalpers now. How? Oh, the scalpers on how? Scalping is creating a market that does not exist. We throw around the word scalper, right? Scalper is creating a market that does not exist. It means you're creating it from fiction. If stores possess boxes, no matter what they got it for, which is another misconception, right? Of Another misconception that all stores get boxes for distro price. A lot of stores buy and sell, such as us, right? So not everything is at distro price. Not everything is.
Might have a
super
customer
cheap.
come in there and bring you some boxes, or whatever.
A lot of my boxes I paid full market or full MSRP even.
Damn.
Yeah, this is the honest truth. When it comes to something like that, right? And these people say, "Oh, well, they shouldn't be selling it for this much. They should be selling it for this much." That is your subjective truth. That is your subjective bias.
But if they have
That's
it,
a
they'll
good way
sell
of
it for what they
saying it, though.
want.
But
Like,
if
come
they
on.
had it, they would sell it for the same price as market.
Exactly.
So for all the people who are being subjective, oh, greedy store owners, greedy this, greedy that. Objectively speaking, if something's worth a certain price, that's what most people will do. Sell it for. Do you know what's the other acceptable answer there? That somebody would sit there and say 7,500, because you know what, it's worth $5. But the
Might
only
go
way
up.
markets go up is by people asking for a higher price, right? So somebody might sit there and say, hey, this guy wants to try to drive market up, versus other people saying, hey, we want to drive market down, right? So it's a big misconception. The TCG community just needs to wake up and understand what it is, and understand we got to stop creating like moral high grounds. There's no more high grounds in business.
Yeah.
There's no moral high grounds.
I mean,
in
if we're
you're
being
right, you're
honest,
right.
like
They're-
Collecticon, right? People are foaming at the mouth to get into Collecticon. Why? Because they know they're gonna get their cards for what, 80%, 90%, 85%, 87%.
No, sell them for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Selling them
Yeah,
for them.
vendors will pay like
Yeah,
80%.
that's what
They
I'm saying.
can't wait to go get top dollar.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they're foaming at the mouth just to go to these cons because they know vendors need product, and they're not complaining if the card is $500 over there and they're selling you $500, making for something right out of the percentage.
Did they
So-
thank the Poke Bros then when
They-
Poke Bros drove their prices through the roof?
like,
Right?
So I look at it, it's a double standard. A lot of people like to have their cake and eat it to be hypocrites, but
I don't even think it's really sometimes the collector that's complaining. I think it's the new collector who's trying to get in now. and
Because-
missing the
Thing is
boat.
so-
Yeah.
It's like me seeing
missing
Bitcoin
out.
get to like 40K and saying, fuck, I want to get in, but it's already too high now. Like, it's not the guy who's been collecting it when it was at 20 cents. He's happy as fuck.
Of course,
Yeah.
He's so happy.
he's a millionaire.
He's beyond happy
Yeah.
right now. He's like, yo, I'm rich.
Yeah.
Right? So I don't even think it's necessarily those. I think it's the new people or the people who are like, fuck, I used to collect. I want to get back into it now. It's the wrong time. But again, I think we need to stop having this fake moral high ground. The market is the market for a reason. Things like market price exist for a reason. If anybody in their life has something that's worth a certain price, most times they're not selling it for under that price. It depends. Everything becomes subjective at that point. A guy with a $5,000 card who says, hey, I'll take $2,500. Maybe he needs the money that day. Maybe he has a bill to pay.
never
Maybe you never know what it
Emergency
is.
or whatever.
The guy who says, oh, this $5,000 card, I want to sell for $7,500. Maybe he's like, yo, I got time. I got money. I'm chilling. I'll take my sweet time with it. It'll eventually go up. Right. So we need to like remove this moral high ground. I think it's a bad time to buy boxes. I still think One Piece is very young. It's only been around a few years. There's people who like to compare it to Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball was out. Dragon Ball never saw prices like we saw from One Piece, right? So
Agreed.
I mean, low key, Dragon Ball's been going up now. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been going up.
It's
Not like
been.
One
It's
Piece,
been.
though.
It's been.
It's
No,
like
it's matching
residuals.
One Piece right now.
Is it?
Some Black Label Dragon Ball Z cards will run you a pretty penny now.
right, yeah, it's starting to pick up a little bit more, but that's like every TCG outside of Pokemon is feeling the residuals of Pokemon. One Piece is feeling the residuals more than anything else. But One Piece also has a very, very, very strong collector base. So again, I think that we need to like understand. We really need to understand for all the people in the comments. If your car's worth $5,000, you're not going to sell it for $2,000 and say, I want to take care of this person. For everyone in the comments, if your bottle of water is $1, you're not going to sell it for $0.25. If this is worth this, you're not going to sell it for less than what it's worth. So please, let's escape the moral high ground bullshit. Let's escape it and understand. You can start complaining when a box is worth a certain price and people are trying to get higher. That's when you can complain. If it's worth $200 and they're charging you $250, you have a right to complain. You have absolutely no right to complain at the guy charging market ever. Ever. That's what it goes for. If you're going to be mad at somebody, be mad at everyone else who paid that. Don't be mad at the store charging you, oh, the box retail is $130. Don't be mad at the store saying, hey, well, they go for $200, so we're
They're
selling
not mad
it
at
for
the
$200.
stores, Omar. They're mad at the credit card bills they have.
No, they get mad at the stores, bro. And they get mad at
they-
the stores.
they get
But
mad
what
at
would you
Omar.
what would you like? Would you like for me to sell it at $130?
And then you go
so
out of
somebody
business?
else can scalp it to you for $200? Does that make you feel better? You know what I mean? So I think the moral high ground is crazy. We need to escape that shit. It needs to be left out. Understand the TCG world has become a business. It is what it is. There are investors. There are people heavily involved. Please leave the crybaby shit at home. If you're a player, I feel for you sometimes. I feel for. Yeah. Everybody
not
else
really, because you can get the cards anywhere, bro. Like
still,
he has a full emu deck. Like that's like so. Okay.
Is your deck high rarity?
No. But I'm saying, but like
so it's a full emu deck. It plays the same way as the high rarity one. Stop complaining. You know? There's really no reason to complain. So that's my opinion. I hope you guys understand.
No, I get it. You definitely dropped the nuggets on us on that one.
Do you think Pokemon will go back to that boom that we had? Yeah. See, now he dropped one.
I'm not dropping no nuggets on anybody. That's crazy.
So do you think Pokemon will go back to that boom that we had before, or do you think it's gonna like just
Pokemon is gonna stabilize? I think it's gonna keep going down for a little while. I think it'll eventually will stabilize. Pokemon's a juggernaut. I think the biggest difference with Pokemon is that their box prices are kind of too high for what you can pull. With One Piece, it's like you could buy a $200 One Piece box, and there's like 8 or 9 cards in certain boxes that are like 500 or higher. OP13, there's like 6 or 7 cards that are like $1,000 plus. Some are 5,000, some are 10,000. With Pokemon, you're paying $250, banking on your best hit
250
being $250. Like that's an issue. That's a little bit of an issue. But I do think Pokemon's more mainstream. I think the bigger issue now is the amount of people who want One Piece cards has tripled, quadrupled. It has become an insane amount for something that was already very hard to get. The Moonbreon in the PSA 10, highly sought after card. There's like a pop 20,000. 20,000 in a PSA 10. Right now, the population for a Gear 5 Luffy, which is like the most iconic, I would say, one of the most iconic manga in a PSA 10 is like pop 1,200. We're talking about like 1,000 to 20,000. But the amount of people who want that card just tripled or quadrupled. It just went up significantly. I don't see it getting any cheaper. People like to sit there and say, oh, well, the reprints are coming. They're going to turn on the printers. They will. Even if they double their amount that they print today and double it. Even if they double it. It can still not match the demand. 2,400
Gear 5 Luffy's is not crazy. That's still a low number. Like
2,400 doesn't exist. They're like 12,000.
No, but I'm saying, but if they did you said 1,200 of the Gear 5 Luffy's.
There's only 1,200.
So I'm saying if it doubled like tomorrow, let's say 2,400 is low. Like
it's still low in comparison to the amount of people that want it. And the bigger question is that are more people watching One Piece today and more attracted to One Piece? We grew up on Pokemon. Is One Piece now substituting for where Pokemon was? Like, is the newer generation saying, hey, we're more into Pokemon now, or we're more into One Piece now?
Well, that's a hot take, though.
That's what I was going to bring up to you, because right now, Pokemon, the game, remember, the games were were the main start of it, right? Like it was the video game was the
more than the show.
More than the video game was the first thing that was created.
This might sound crazy. I used to read the Pokemon books.
Yeah, the mangas. Well, everybody
not the mangas. They used to have these little chapter books, like Scholastic
I know
books.
what you're talking about.
I used to read that. I used to wake up and watch the show. I feel like the show was big for me as a kid.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, both of them.
But the games came first, right? And then as the games got really, really popular, red, blue, yellow, then they started. So those generational, like Generation 1, Generation 2, Generation 3, 4, 5. We got it to a point now where even though people love this last generation, right? It's not like, but it's getting to a point where it's not as iconic as it was when we have Torchic, Piplup, Charmander, Squirtle, Venusaur. So let's say what's the new generation 9? Is it gonna be 9 or 8? Whatever the new generation's coming, it's gonna be Wind and Waves. I don't know if you heard about that. Pokemon Wind and Waves. Right. What if that doesn't slap? But if people don't like it, now that TCG now will be affected, because now the next TCG is going to be based on those Pokemon and those sets. If people don't like the games, don't like how the Pokemon look, don't like how certain things are, that will now affect Pokemon moving forward, because they can't just keep Charizard every set, you know?
I also have friends who are like my age, around my age. Like, shout out to my boy Sal. His son just always talks about One Piece. I never hear him talk about Pokemon, right? So is there going to be a shift where 20 years from now, the kids growing up on One Piece are more into the One Piece cards? Does Pokemon stick around? I think Pokemon's going to be here forever. I don't think Pokemon's going anywhere. I think One Piece is very capable, very, very capable of becoming the number 1 TCG. If it's not for players, it could be for value. It really depends on how much they print. I think scarcity is good. And I think the big thing about One Piece that a lot of people just don't know, One Piece is a very fun game to play. That's the big thing. I think there's a bigger player base for One Piece than there are for Pokemon.
Not right now.
I think it's grown.
It's growing 100%, but Pokemon is too massive right now for players.
Pokemon might be a massive player base, but One Piece player base is growing
exponentially,
crazy
at a different rate than Pokemon because it's more fun. I think that again, unless they start printing the same way Pokemon prints, even if they did print the same way Pokemon prints.
How do you mean? Like with the one hit or whatever?
No, meaning they print just as much as Pokemon. Okay. And Pokemon prints a fucking lot. If they print just as much as Pokemon, I still think the collectors are going to be good with One Piece. Because the amount of hits per case, per box, still is... the hit rates are far harder to hit. In like red mangas are like 1 in 30 cases. Regular mangas are like 1 in 5 cases. You open up 5 cases of, let's say, Phantasmal Flames, you're more than likely getting the Charizard. Like you might get it twice.
Yeah,
you might get it twice. Like that's like the truth about it. The hit rates are still egregiously hard to hit. So I think it can still drive. I think it's still gonna pump regardless. Regardless, I think that One Piece has a cult-like following for the anime, which I've shit on for years. I thought it was like personally. I couldn't get into One Piece anime until like episode 500, but now I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying it.
So that Gear 5 price was like, I like One Piece.
It's not even. I'm more into it now, but I think again it has that following, and I think that it's here to stay. So for all the One Piece guys, I'm sorry, bro. One Piece bros, investment bros, hedge fund bros,
here to stay.
If there's money to be made, people will jump on it.
Yeah,
it just is what it is.
And that's anything. Just like what you said, crypto, anything. If there's money to be made, people are going to jump into it.
Everyone I know bought some fucking Dogecoin, not knowing a damn thing. Yeah. But they knew that maybe you can make some money. Not a single person made money except for the guy who really believed in Dogecoin since the beginning and was in there before it started.
Everyone popped off, and then he was like, "I'm selling this shit." I'm
out. You know what I'm saying? At least early on, like at least early on crypto, like years ago. Let's just
Jason Derulo was on one.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? So it's something that I think people just have to accept and. That's just what it is. We got to accept this. We got to move forward. Another hot topic I wanted you to bring up for us. Animes returning this year. The animes that are returning this year. Which one are you guys most excited for? And why? But Yuli, if you could give us like, I know you really just have. He really just has the ones from the
winter season, because every season is like winter season, fall season, summer season. So these are the animes that are coming out now. Like you'll see this animes I'm gonna be saying this Monday, this Thursday, this Sunday, this Saturday.
Okay, so let us hear that, and then I want to know what you're most excited for, whether it's in the winter or whether for the rest of the year. Like which anime you're most excited to see come back.
So for the anime lovers of My Hero, we have My Hero Vigilante season 2 coming back. And we have the final season of Golden Kamuy coming back on Monday. So those are the Mondays. Right, we'll put a little thing there. On Wednesdays is Oshinko. That's like this thriller anime, kind of psychological, kind of like not a horror thing, but more of like a thriller, high pace, high anticipation. That's on Wednesdays. On Thursdays is The Hitter. Ready? JJK Culling Game season 3 and Freerin season 2, both on Thursday.
Holy.
Friday is Fire Force season 3.
Oh man,
yeah, I came back.
This is a packed week.
This
is a packed week.
We're only on Friday. We're getting to the weekend now.
Okay.
Saturday, this is for the Fate universe. It's like more of like you had like a spawn, like or a summon, and then you fight the people. People know about it. You might not know, but Fate is the newer interpretation of Fate, Strange Fake. So it's the newest Fate Stay Night. Then the one you said earlier, Sentenced to Be a Hero, had an insane first episode, and that's on Saturday.
It could be anime of the year.
What's it called? Sentenced to Be a
Hero. Sentenced to Be a Hero. You should watch it when you get home. It's an hour-long episode 1, and it had movie-level animation.
And the rating came back at like 9.2, 9.3.
I think IMDb sometimes be missing. I don't know what they was on. That was a 9.9, 10 out of 10 episode.
That was people are gonna hate.
I don't know. That was too gorgeous for me, in my opinion. And then on Sunday for we almost won. Trigun is coming back. Shout out to the Trigun fans for the new Trigun JYB was in. Season 2 is coming back for that on Saturday.
Okay.
And the final, this is a packed week, bro.
Yeah.
Final Sunday, season 2 of Hell's Paradise.
Yeah. It's a static winter anime. I'm not coming out.
Well, what anime, whether it's on that list or not, which anime are you most excited to see come back this year?
Well, it's not on the list, but I'm gonna have to say Bleach Core 4. I've been
1,000
waiting.
Year Blood Art?
1,000 Year Blood War.
Okay.
Yeah, Core 4. It's the last season.
When does that come out? In the end of the year?
No, June, July.
June, July.
Yeah. So it's the last season of, for us Bleach fans out there. And I feel like we don't get I feel like Bleach is so underrated, and I hope it wins anime.
You're the
of
big
year.
three though. Like
Yeah,
you know,
I was gonna say, it's the big three.
Yeah, but still though, it doesn't get like enough flowers. I think.
But you're comparing
So-
to One Piece and Naruto. That's
So,
hard.
so
bro.
it got a bouquet or two. You want it to have like
I want
20.
Yeah,
He wants to have like
exactly,
a whole medal of roses. You know what I'm saying?
Because
Okay.
all your favorite animes are based off of Bleach, like JJK.
That's a hot take.
Oof.
JJK.
That's
What
a-
else? Black Clover.
I thought JJK was Black Clover, and I don't see Black Clover.
Black Clover
It's
is
Naruto.
like-
with the
That's
sword.
Naruto.
Nah, listen. Black Clover is literally Naruto meets Hogwarts meets Yu-Gi-Oh. Like it's like all three.
I mean, I love Black Clover too, but
Yeah.
So you Bleach is your answer.
Bleach is
What
my
about you,
answer.
Omar?
It wasn't on the list, but I was saying this before. I can't. My second favorite anime is Black Clover.
Oh, I love it.
And when Black Clover comes back, shit's getting shut down.
So that trailer?
Yeah, that trailer was crazy. 6ix9ine walking shit down.
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
Clover is gonna remind everybody why it's such a top tier anime.
Mm-hmm.
I think that there's a lot. It gets lost in the sauce. I don't know. Do we consider? Do we still? I know like the new gen now is like Sakamoto, Solo
Not
Leveling,
even. That's not even new.
Frieren.
That's not even new
That's
gen.
new gen, dog.
yeah, it's
I
like
don't.
new. Yeah.
That's
new
like
gen. Don't
that's
tell
like
me
newer
about-
gen.
Don't tell me
like,
vigilantes and shit.
No,
like,
My Hero. This is the actual new gen. It was like My Hero, Black Clover, JJK. Those are like the new gen. Like this
Okay,
is
so
like
then what- so
this is like
what's
this is like the next
That's
generation.
Sakamoto, yes.
That's
So
like
what are we gonna call that? Current gen?
Current
Okay,
gen,
let's
yeah.
establish some guidelines here. Okay, let's establish some guidelines. So like Dan, Sakamoto days,
Current gen.
Solo Leveling,
that's not-
Kaiju number 8,
Current.
Frieren,
current
gen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
New.
New
New
gen
gen?
is My Hero, JJK.
Black Clover.
So
Black
we're saying the
Clover.
word new, but it's old.
Yeah, but it's old. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
whatever.
And
All
then-
Attack on Titan.
So new
Attack on Titan.
new
Yeah,
gen
yeah.
is like AOT,
Yeah, exactly.
Black Clover.
Mhm.
All right, I still stand on this shit. I don't give a fuck. Black Clover is the best new gen anime.
I agree.
I
agree.
hands
I
down.
agree.
I cannot wait for Asta to come back.
I agree.
I cannot wait to see him become full.
I need to see it finish because that last season of My Hero has it like where it just like solidified itself as legendary, bro.
But let's not talk
like,
about season 5 of My Hero.
like right now.
There hasn't been a lot of filler. Like I want to say that Black Clover doesn't really have a lot of filler.
no.
And I feel like its standalone movie, which
That
I
was
believe is
fire.
not
Netflix.
canon, right? That's not canon.
It's not canon.
No.
Yeah,
That was fire.
That was
it was number one on Netflix.
that Fair
Yeah.
Leona fight. Whoo.
Yeah, I
She
feel
was
like
going crazy.
that was Marilyn. Yeah, just different. So yeah, I'm super excited for Black Clover. Hopefully, I know they haven't given a date yet, but
Dumb fights look crazy.
yeah.
Dumb fights is.
Which one are you most excited to see come back?
I'm gonna be honest. Black Clover is my baby, right? I love Black Clover, right? I love Asta.
You put me on a Black Clover.
Yeah, that's what I'm
actually.
saying. Yeah, like I was telling him for like forever,
Yeah,
like
that's
you
just
gotta
bad.
watch
I
Black
had
Clover.
just finished watching Naruto, couldn't find nothing to watch, and he's like, "Yo, you gotta try Black Clover."
Oh, so that's perfect.
And I fell in
man.
love.
Perfect.
Bro, that shit was
Fell in love.
awesome.
I love
bro.
Black Clover too.
And I told him, like, yo, he screams a lot in the beginning. So
He
like,
does.
like,
Oh my
like, be
God.
prepared. But he's like, nah, I got
But
you.
after that though,
Bro, he
got
loved
better.
it.
I
And
don't
then-
care that he screams though.
Nah, I was happy with it.
Like,
I
that's
thought
his
it was funny.
character.
It got
It is what it
annoying
is.
after a little bit.
I thought it was
though.
funny.
I
I
don't
thought
know.
he was just a little
Leave it
knucklehead.
alone.
Like he's
That
like,
annoyed you?
A little bit.
Okay, hot take. I don't give a shit. People's
still love
feelings.
it, though. I
People,
still
hold
love
on.
it.
People's feelings might get hurt here. No, people's feelings might get hurt here. What is the most unbearable anime voice?
Zenitsu.
Zenitsu?
Japanese Zenitsu. Like
Japanese
that, and
Zenitsu?
English. That shit is annoying. That,
Are
like,
you serious?
He's annoying. And when he's serious though, he's in his Alex Lee.
He just hating.
That ass.
He just hating.
Thunder Flash. Like that's dope. Like, but when he's doing his little, oh, that's a cow.
But that's what they're supposed to do though.
Nah, but that's what I'm
That's why
saying. It's
every
ass.
Every
It's
anime
like
has one character that does that.
yeah, but like Buggy does that for One Piece, right? And Buggy's not annoying. He's funny. Like you like laughing at him, like you clowning him, right? But then when you go to
I can't
this,
believe you fucking said Zenitsu out of all.
like,
Right.
yo, that's
That's the most unbearable to you?
Yeah, that's
the
My
goat.
wife
crazy.
loves Zenitsu.
That's the
I
goat.
love Zenitsu too. Is one of my favorite characters. But that annoying
God.
voice, like
Listen. Let's just establish this. Obviously, the directors or the people telling them
It's
hey, this
awesome.
is-
No, he's great.
No, listen. The directors and the people behind the scenes will say, "Hey, this is the voice we want." So it's not even necessarily at fault of like the voice actor.
I blame the writer of the show.
blame
Like,
the writer, the director,
point, though, to it, you know?
or whoever said, "Hey,
Nah, 100%.
We're supposed
we
to
want
get a
this voice
reaction,
this
though.
way." So it's not even a shot at them. If the voice acting is good, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, like if it's annoying, it's annoying.
Yeah.
It's annoying. It
What
just
about
is
you?
what it is.
I really don't mind most. Like some of them get annoying, but I don't find one that's like, oh, I can't watch this anymore. Like
So
that's just me.
you overall just
I enjoy it.
He's like, I
enjoy it,
appreciate their
but
work, man.
I do appreciate
I'll
it.
put it to you like this: the most annoying, like, bro, I'm an avid dub watcher. Dub.
So how you doing?
I always support the English voice actors. I love what they do. I'm not one of the sub guys like, oh, sub only.
Well, I'm not sub only, but
I'm not that guy. I have to watch One Piece in Japanese.
I was gonna say that.
Yeah,
I was gonna
bro.
say
You have
that.
to. You have to.
And
You can't go back.
And
You
again,
can't.
it's not her fault. But the voice of English Luffy, holy shit!
It's so
I am so, bro. I'm in Japanese with it. I have
Yeah,
to.
how you
Wait, Are
doing?
you
I
watching
have
it
to-
right now? in
Mind
sub?
you, I could take the voice as like, I could take the voice as like Charlotte. I could take the voice as Gohan.
But she's nice at those. Like she's nice at Luffy
Yo,
too. But like
nice at that too. I'm not saying it's a bad job. I just the way it's just, bro. It's
English
just not
sounds
doing
way,
it for me.
Japanese sounds
It's
way
just
better.
not doing it for me.
Are you watching it in sub then?
I'm watching that shit in sub now.
They
I
said-
can't eat a
Okay,
bowl of
yeah.
cereal or nothing.
He said
I'm
Sharingan.
literally just- and if I eat the cereal, I'm just like this.
Yeah.
Just reading.
I don't blame you though. For me, I got into One Piece.
That was tough,
with,
dog.
with
Yeah.
sub, yeah, and then trying
a
to
skill
go to
you
dub.
learn.
I'm just like, I just can't. And I love Luffy so much, but I'm like, I just can't. I gotta just stick to sub.
But then Zoro in English, Japanese, I don't give a fuck.
He sounds
love
bad.
him.
Both of them
Yeah.
are bad. Sanji
Nah,
too.
well-
Sanji's badass too. Like
It's
Sanji's
just, it's just
badass,
Luffy,
yeah.
I think. It's just really
it's
him.
tough, dog.
It's-
but it is what it is. But yeah, I was just curious because I'm sidebar.
nah,
But
mine-
I'm excited for Black Clover. Even though Asta screams, I feel like that's bearable to me. Like I don't mind some screaming. You with Zenitsu, that's
yeah.
crazy.
Well, my answer though for the
Gulag.
first question, I mean, I think I'm most excited for JJK because I'm excited for people to realize that. See, there's this thing about JJK that people are like obsessed with it, and I love it. I think people are obsessed with Gojo, and they don't understand that if you just look at JJK holistically,
Can you define holistically for us?
Yeah.
like with with an open lens, right? You're looking at it like
Okay.
throughout, like straight through. Like
I need
like,
y'all to verify in the comments. If that's what the fuck holistic is. Because I've heard it used and I don't know what it means. So
It's the big vocabulary words I had to learn. You know, it's Red Thoris.
what'd you score on the SATs?
I think like a 13, 14.
That's out of 16?
Yeah, it's around there.
Okay,
so-
cool. You studied for that shit. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah. That was and the index cards. You feel me?
I didn't study.
Yeah, my mom is Dominican. I would have had a nice ass whooping at home if I didn't have a high score.
Wait, so why JJK? You said-
Because one Hikaru is like one of my favorite characters, and his like domain expansion is like a slot machine gambling, and it's
don't
just like
spoil
literally
anything.
like they already had him in the trailer.
Yeah, but he's in the trailer, but nothing
but-
about his powers at all.
Nah, but it's cool. Spoiler alert. Just cut
You
it out real
always
quick.
spoil these shit, bro.
My fault, bro. But like his power is fire, and like his fight that he has is dope. So I'm waiting for that to get animated. That's like the whole. If they mess up that part, I will never watch another JJK episode ever again. Like ever. Like it's a wrap.
That's cap. You watch
Like,
the
I'll-
fight.
Sukuna versus
Go-
Gojo,
yeah,
I
you're
watch,
gonna
but
watch
but we
that
all
fight.
know what they're gonna do. They're
Listen,
gonna make it into a movie.
It wasn't on the
I'm
list. I
not
got
mad
another
at it.
sidebar here because it just I feel like
What?
we're gonna have some different viewpoints on this.
Mm-hmm.
Real quick before I give you guys the option. Who do you think?
Mhm.
Who do you think are like the goats of like English voice acting?
Okay.
Who would you say are like your top three? Quick, top three that come to mind.
Sabat, Bryce, Alex Lee,
Chris Sabat. I forget.
Bryce Papenbrook, by the way.
Vegeta. I forget his name.
Chris Abbott,
Chris Sabat. Goku.
Shemo.
Shamo.
Yeah, Shemo.
Okay, you're starting an anime. Your anime, well, you're starting production. It's already a manga. Let's just say whatever.
Yeah,
Let's skip that part.
Mm-hmm.
You have to choose one to be the lead. Chris Abbott, Alex Lee.
Oof.
Who do you choose to be your lead for your new anime?
Damn.
Man, that's tough.
What is the anime about? Like,
I
bro,
don't give
It
a
doesn't
fuck,
matter.
bro. I don't want to hear that shit.
It doesn't matter.
No, I don't want to hear that shit because both. Again, you had hate for Zenitsu. I think I again, it's never. I never blamed the VA.
Yeah.
Obviously, because if
Sanjin
that's what they
Wu's a
want, I'm gonna give them
badass.
what they want. It's like when someone comes, if you go to someone's house and you're painting and they're like, I want this wall pink, and you're like, it looks better white,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, but we want this shit pink. You're gonna give them pink. So
Yeah.
it's who do you? I think they're very. I think they can both. What's the word? I think they're very captivating. Their voices. Some
Yeah,
people just got
100%,
that voice, bro.
100%.
Like some people just got that voice and they're just demons at what they do.
Going with Sabat.
You're going with Sabbath.
That's the OG.
Why?
Man. That's the OG, man. That's the Zoro, Vegeta. That's the goat, man. Like
That's who I would say is. Who I would say is the Jay-Z of voice acting.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. Yeah, now I would get.
I would-
I'll get.
I would say Alex Lee's like
yeah,
Drake.
now.
Drake.
Yeah, I would say he's now.
yeah.
He's
That,
now.
that he's the now,
He
right?
is the now.
Yeah.
So you're going Sab. It's not. There's no bad choice.
No,
here.
100%. I think Sabat is
Sabat's
just
the
he's
goat,
my
man.
All Might goat. You know what I'm saying? Like I would want that All Might kind of prowess on main character. Think that'd be dope. I think just Sabat in general has Granted, a lot of his voices may sound the same, but like you feel different energy
give a
from
fuck.
it.
I
Yeah,
love his voice, bro.
That's what I'm saying. like,
even matter.
like Grant, you have that deep, callous voice that he has. But I also feel like every time you like have heard his voice in a different anime, yes, you're like, oh, that's Sabbath. But you're like, damn, but like the resonation you have with that character, like Yami, you don't feel the same way you feel about Yami that you do about Vegeta or Piccolo.
Fucking love Yami.
Or you know what I'm saying? So it always different.
Yami's in my top 3 favorite like,
100%.
anime characters.
Yeah, Yami's good.
Who you going with?
I'm going with the now. Alex Lee.
You going with
Alex
Alex Lee?
Yeah.
Why?
'Cause I feel like he's cultivating all like the new generations, and people want that. And he's just so subtle, and he did Solo Leveling, right?
Yeah, he's the
Yeah,
lead.
Yeah,
yeah,
Sun Jin Woo, he's the
He's Sun
GOAT.
Jin Woo.
Just have someone like that,
GOAT.
like that's just take all my money. Like I'll watch the show.
Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, just fucking voice act. Like his voice is just
Yeah,
so
yeah.
cultivating. I love it.
What
Yeah.
about you?
Me?
Yeah.
Man.
It's tough. We got
Yeah.
him.
Fate of the universe on the line. Or the
Aliens.
Martians, aliens are
got
pointing their ray guns at all of us, and I have to choose one. I'm not gonna do that.
There you go.
I think I go Alex Lee.
Yep. same.
I say that reluctantly, but I definitely think I think I go Alex Lee. I think I'm a fan though of like that low tone, like
Soft, calm.
mysterious,
like
yeah.
aura, just when you talk.
But then sometimes I want the let me take a dump. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
gonna smoke
exactly.
my bogey and take a dump like Yami. I fuck with that, right? I think I go Alex Lee. I think it makes it tough, right? Because he's like LeBron James of like the voice acting right now, and Sabbath's like MJ.
MJ.
A
Yeah,
lot
good
of
comparison.
metaphors here.
Yeah, good
And
But
you want
yeah.
those,
I think it goes a little bit more Alex Lee for me because I do think you can have a point where I don't think there's ever been a voice I hated that Sabbath did. I don't think so. You had a voice that you hated, Alex Lee do.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But I do appreciate that he could do both. The fact that he was like Zenitsu.
But I love Zenitsu as a badass. Like when he's
Yeah.
sleeping, like when Zenitsu's not talking.
But that's
he's
when you
asleep,
get like the
and
Sun Jin Woo kind of voice. It gets
Yeah.
like low toned,
It
mysterious.
shows his
aura
range.
farming.
No,
Yeah,
don't get me
it
wrong.
does
The
show his
talent is 100% there. That shows the range of amazing voice actor that he is.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah,
like,
that's
you
what
said.
I'm
You said
saying.
what's the most annoying? It's like, yeah, it's just fucking annoying.
I just think Alex Lee got that aura, dog.
That's what I'm saying. He does have aura.
He just got that aura, bro. I mean, Sabbath got that aura too. But
I mean,
like,
you ever heard his Daredevil from Marvel Rivals?
oh, insane.
Bro, that
Yeah,
shit's
it's
crazy.
insane.
Like,
So
that's the devil. Ah,
yeah,
that shit's crazy, bro.
Don't do
Like-
that again.
Yeah.
So that's- all right. Last thing before we go. Recently, Jake Paul had a boxing match with an actual boxer, Anthony Joshua, heavyweight boxer, championship boxer. I think he was a gold medalist. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Olympic gold medalist boxer, one of the best to ever do it, arguably in his weight division. Now, Jake Paul's a lot smaller. He did step in the ring with Anthony Joshua, and he got his ass beat.
And his jaw broken.
He got his jaw broken. He lost the fight. It was crazy.
He won 2 rounds.
Let's run the clip of the knockout just in case you missed it.
Paul, but he gets caught with his hands down and his chin served on a platter for that right hand right there. And look at Jake Paul's face.
All right, so that
Damn.
was aggressive.
Damn.
Do we still think Jake Paul's fights are rigged? Did we ever think they were rigged? And what do we say about him like actually getting in the ring with Anthony Joshua? Is Jake Paul good for all these things? Is he good for boxing? What do you think, Bama?
So I think you can't say after that fight that Jake Paul is not a boxer. In my opinion, I
He's
feel
not.
like you're not like the average Joe is not going to beat Jake Paul now. Like he has so many fights under him now. But to what your question was, I do think he like another Floyd. Like he picks and chooses who he fought before, and this was the actual fight. Like honestly, he was supposed to win this fight. If you really think about it, that's what
You think?
Wait,
Yo,
what
why
the
is he-
fuck did you just say?
He was
Yeah,
supposed to
this
win.
man is
because-
wild.
Because let me
This
tell you
man
why.
is wild.
Because
Okay.
why would
The
you
script.
ever match up like the size doesn't make sense? Like bro, this guy's a tank, and then got Jake Paul.
So wait, you're saying Joshua was supposed to win or Jake?
No,
was supposed-
Jake was supposed to win. That's why they set it up.
When Joshua signed a contract, it's wait, Jake wins the fight.
That's-
He forgot.
Because then
So you're saying it is rigged?
it is rigged? Yeah,
Oh,
because
okay.
Jake was supposed to win
You lost
that
me
one.
for a
second.
Yeah. Jake was supposed to win that fight, and then Joshua went against the script and he beat him up. But we all knew, like, if you just saw them comparison, even to like the non-boxer, who's going to win in a fight like that? The bigger guy, right? So, in my opinion, yes, I think he does rig his fights. Vegas had a lot of money with Jake Paul winning. You saw even Drake putting down money, like $1 million for Jake Paul to win.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think that the work is there though, as you saw. Like he does know boxing, and I think after this fight, he what is he like 5-2 or 6 or his 2 losses now? And I think he should.
Those
still
were to
continue
actual
boxing.
boxers. The two losses.
Well, I think he should still box. I think it's still in his.
Well, my thing
should
is
do
like
it.
I disagree with you. I don't think that he ever rigged his fights. One, it's against the law to rig a boxing fight. Right? But technically, his matches are like expeditions or whatever, expeditions, whatever they're called.
You fucked me up by even saying expedition.
Exhibition.
Yeah, I was like,
exhibition match.
Expedition is a car.
Yeah.
Made by Ford.
Or you traveling somewhere. Yeah. So I don't think he ever rigged his fights. Yeah, right. See, highs and lows, baby. So I don't think that ever happened. I just think he picked, like you said, he picked the right fights. He was picking plumbers, picking, people out the woodworks. Nate Robinson, a 5'8", right, 5'9" basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I don't think that. I thought Nate was gonna beat his ass at first, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
That's crazy.
You didn't see what Nate?
That?
I thought Nate was gonna do it, bro.
Nah.
Like, but look at Anthony, like Anthony Joshua. Once I heard that he's actually fighting a heavyweight boxer, I said he's gonna die. And what happened? He got his jaw broken in half.
Who let that happen though? You know what I'm saying?
So do you think? Do you think it's rigged?
100% not. I think he went in there thinking he had a chance against Anthony Joshua, thinking his shit was sweet.
I think so,
and then he got in there and fought a real boxer and got beat up. Like,
So do you think Jake Paul's good for boxing?
100%.
Do you think he's good for boxing?
He made $92 million getting his jaw broken. Break
That's
mine
good for him.
one.
But is he good for boxing?
Well, I think that brings ratings to boxing. Who else is boxing right now that people want to watch? Other than Ryan Garcia and Tank. And even Tank's fights are...
Yeah.
He was gonna fight Jake. Tank was gonna fight Jake, and realized I'm gonna die if I fight Jake because Jake has such a big. I feel like Tank would have gotten knocked out.
He would have lost that one too.
Tank would have got knocked out.
Hell no. You guys are yo. All
Bro,
right, keep,
if Jake hits him once, there's a weight
not
class.
gonna hit him.
Bro, there's a
He's
weight.
not gonna hit
You
him.
think he wouldn't touch him one time? One lucky punch, he's gone. He's on the ground.
he's not touching Gervonta Davis. He would never.
Not one, even body shot, bro. Body shots is
I
gonna
feel
wear
like
him
now,
down
I feel
too,
like
bro.
maybe-
Don't get me wrong.
maybe
Jake
like-
is gonna get destroyed the whole fight, and he
Yeah.
might get knocked out himself. I'm not saying it's gonna be a walk down.
He's not gonna win
But
that
there's
fight.
no chance that, bro. It's almost like 80-pound difference. That's crazy.
He's not gonna touch him. Gervonta Davis. Has
Gervonta's
elite-
well, it's like
Hold on,
160?
Hold on. Before we even go there, Gervonta Davis has elite defense against people his size, his weight class, his speed. His speed compared to. Jake Paul might catch him once or twice.
Yeah.
Jake Paul might
But that's
catch
all
him.
he would need.
That's not all he would need. It's like saying Jake Paul would catch Anthony Joshua once or twice.
Nah, but then
which
It's
that-
he
still a
did.
dub though. It's still a win.
What happened?
It's still a win in his eyes. I think he's still
Catching
win.
him once or twice.
If he drops
Yeah, I
him,
mean,
he would
bro,
drop him.
I don't think he's gonna drop him.
If he caught him, he'd drop him.
I think if Tank caught him, he'd drop him.
100%. I don't disagree
think.
with that.
I don't think he's knocking out Tank. I think Tank is like.
If
built
he
to-
landed the shot, I think Tank would drop, bro.
I don't
He's
think
so
so.
much
I don't
bigger
know.
than him. It's by
Nah,
like 80.
Tank could take a punch,
How
bro.
much is Tank? How much is Tank
bro.
weigh?
But
Doesn't matter.
hold on.
I mean,
Did Jake Paul catch Anthony Joshua with a few punches?
yeah.
Did he drop him?
But Anthony Joshua is bigger than Jake.
Right. You're
It's not
talking
like- it
about a
wasn't like
smaller
80
guy, but a smaller, faster guy who can actually take a punch, who spars people bigger than him. It's not like he only
Yeah, I
spars.
know.
You know, like people like his weight class. I don't think boxing. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights were rigged. I think we had unrealistic expectations. We thought that all those UFC guys were boxers. Boxing is a different breed. They stepped into his realm. He's not just a YouTuber. He's a boxer. He actually does this. I think he's very good for boxing. I think he knows how to promote fights. I think he follows the 6ix9ine script. Let me rage bait you. Let me make you angry. Let me get you upset. You will tune in to see me get my ass beat. This is the first time though people actually tuned in to see him get his ass beat, and
And
it
it
actually
happened.
he actually got his ass beat, right? But I think he's very good for boxing. I think he is a marketing genius. I think he knows exactly what he's doing. I think he really broke his jaw.
Oh, yeah, no, that's real.
You see his
Yeah.
Terminator video of
Yeah.
his jaw.
I mean,
like-
that's
listen,
real.
if you need somebody to step in there to break, get their jaw broken against Anthony Joshua, I gladly volunteer for $100 million.
like
Why
that's
not?
insane. I'd do it for $2 million.
Listen,
Like,
I'll get on Aiden Ross's
kickboxing, whatever.
Yeah, I'll get on Aiden Ross's. I forgot the name
boxing
of it.
match.
The boxing. I'll do an Aiden Ross boxing match for the culture. I have
You
no
got
problem.
you got to do that against Zohan.
I don't even know who that is. Who you just mentioned. I don't even know why. I don't even know who that is. Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, I would definitely do it. I think he's good for boxing overall, and I think he's shown that he can box. And whether you accept him as a boxer or not, it is what it is. But I think he knows how to put on a promotion. And it's not even just about his fights. It's about the undercards. He puts on a lot of good fights on the undercard, and it brings notoriety to those boxers that people, they know Jake Paul, but some people might have not known Serrano. Some people might have not known some of the other boxers on the card, but they now know them because of Jake Paul. I think it's a very good thing. You know, and technically speaking, if I'm not mistaken, he's done more for women boxing also than any other promoter has ever done before him as well. Yeah. So I think you got to give, whether you like it or dislike it, you got to give him some credit for that. So, but real quick,
I like him, hate his brother.
Before you said what?
So I like him, but just hate his brother.
Logan?
I hate
That's
Logan.
crazy.
Logan's
How
the
can
worst.
you hate them?
I don't hate. I just don't like
All right,
Logan.
we're not gonna talk about it because you can't. Nah,
Mm-hmm.
we that's some hating shit right there. We're just gonna ignore that. Real quick,
I am.
before we go, last segment of the day. What are some good watches that you've watched this week? Real quick, that you think the people should watch?
The Residence on Netflix. It's an 8-episode, little one season thing. It's about murder in the White House, and a detective comes and tries to figure out the unsolvable murder. Very simple.
Fire. Bodman.
I think there's a new anime like what he mentioned, Sentenced to Be Hero. It got a 9.3 rating, and I think it could be contender for anime of the year. It's a 1-hour episode. I suggest for you guys to watch it.
All right, I got two for you. 61st Street on Netflix. It's about a dude who's wrong. It's about crooked cops. It takes place in Chicago. It's a dude who's wrongfully accused, technically, of murdering a cop. So it's really good show. Really good show. It's 2 seasons. We binge watched it. I cried.
Oh shit!
I cried at the end. This shit was very touching. Super dope. I don't know how the fuck they didn't win awards for it. I don't know how Rotten Tomatoes has it at like 71%. They got to get their shit together over there.
They're bugging.
At Rotten Tomatoes. Second thing, I watched it last night. If you're into like the whole mob scene, mafia scene, just, you know, for research purposes, whatever it is, you enjoy watching that kind of stuff, like mob stuff. The Mafia versus Philadelphia. It's on Netflix. It's a 3-episode short series. Super dope. Everybody, it was new to me. Everybody, when they think mob, they just think New York City, John Gotti, the 5 crime families. Like, that's what they think. I never knew till last night. I knew about Jersey. I never knew Philly had their own mob. This was very informative, very cool to watch. Definitely take some time and check it out.
Fire. Yeah.
Anything want to add over? I think
we're going to call it. We'll catch you guys on the next episode, episode 3, hopefully later on this month. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Enjoy.